Is just kind of point out some things that you think we need to fix. But I would like to get this SSP to the Chocolate Fox show.
Hey, you need a headliner.
Oh no, you just ruined my car, man.
Probably need to rebuild the rear end.
No. Hello and welcome to Gearhead 704. I'm Matt and I'm actually at Fox Mustang Restoration today. It's been a while since I've been over here. In case you're new to the channel, this is actually where I am coming over to work on my 1988 FHP or SSP, which is actually right behind me. The car is finally over here, which I did not show you guys on camera yet. So let me go ahead and throw you that footage. What happened basically is that I got the rear end in the car, had some help. Matt came to the house. Matt's one of the owners here at Fox Mustang Restoration. And he came into the house as well as Michael, Demon Fox 5.0. We got the rear end back in the car. I recently rebuilt this rear end right here. And I put the new wheels for me. These wheels were actually on my other Foxbody convertible, the Cobra R's. And anyway, went ahead and I got them on this car here. Got the car over here. So I got some footage of that. Let me go ahead and throw that in and then I'll be right back with you guys and tell you what we're doing today. I got the sticker on, guys. I'm riding in the car up the lift because he might need me if the cable snaps to rip the e-brake handle up. So that's what I'm here to do. So hopefully I don't go flying back into the garage. So this is fun. All right guys, so we're going over everything on the car today that we're working on replacing or repairing or fixing. I'd like to repair or fix because I would like to get this SSP to the Chocolate Fox show. I don't know if you guys have heard about that yet. I've talked about it on the channel before, but in case you haven't, Chocolate Fox is a show that Fox Mustang Restoration is putting on, and in May it's kind of like a Fox Oktoberfest show, and they have an Instagram for that, and I'll put that all on the screen here for you. But I did grab my buddy Matt, so Matt is here with me. This is Matt, co-owner of Fox Mustang Restoration.
Yeah, and it's been a while.
Yeah. I haven't been over here in like a month or two. It feels like it's been too long. SSP is over here finally. Did get that done. I already told him, you know, we rebuilt the rear end here and that's back in. So what we'd like to do today is just kind of point out some things that you think we need to fix in order for me to get it to the show in May.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to look at is you want to make sure you can get there. Number one, that the car will actually get you there. Number two, it'll get you there safe. Yeah,
I already know I broke a brake line back here, so I really have no brakes.
Like that. So maybe we just get the front brakes working. That'll be enough.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so we'll focus on first is anything mechanically wrong and safety as far as, you know, brakes as mentioned, you know, seat belts and all that fun stuff. Yep. So,
I think I might have a seat belt in there. I'm not sure.
Maybe. We'll see if it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we can start picking it apart.
Yeah. So let's take a look under here. Now, I do know that this is obviously not the original motor that came in the car. Okay. And this is a carbureted valve cover, or came out of a carbureted car, I think, before it was. Okay. But anyway.
Yeah, so I noticed you got basically a stock upper and lower with trick flow heads, a little bit of a mismatch there, so we'll fix that. Carbureted valve covers, so we know that from another car that we worked on, that's not going to work for a fuel injected car. This is a speed density car. Yeah. Anything other than Bowden stock speed density, we have to go mass air. Right.
And we know there's a trick flow cam in there and stuff, so we're going to check. At some point we need to check the motor and see if it, you know, compression tests, things like that work. But assuming that's good, I think we are going to have to convert to mass air, like you said.
And hey, you're missing a headlight. That's on the safety portion. So
right. Yeah, I did take that out myself actually. Imagine that. And actually the bulb is, well, it's just a headlight bulb. It's broken.
So it's going to be May whenever you drive up there to the Chocolate Fox. Do you want AC?
AC would be nice.
Okay. So yeah, first thing we're looking at, obviously you need AC lines. We will have to do an evaporator and heater course, and when we do the dash, we'll pull that out. The hard thing, we're gonna pull the dash anyway to, I'm guessing, the diet, make it look pretty again.
Because the dash is crap anyway.
Right, so that's, you know, that's the hard part, which honestly it'd only take about 45 minutes to pull the dash, and then we can pull the heater core and evaporator core and do that stuff. Okay. So we need to get fuel injected valve covers. This is a big no-no. We'd want to do all the sensors, pull the motor out, reseal it, as long as
so when the motor's gonna need to come out of the car then?
I'll be honest with you, for the amount of work that we're gonna do,
It's gonna be easier,
it's
right?
easier to just yank the motor, because we're gonna be doing suspension work as well. So what we would do on this, it would probably only take an hour and a half. We would just drop the drive shaft, disconnect any the fuel system, the cooling system, power steering, and then after that, just disconnect the wires. 2 bolts for the cross member, 8 bolts for the K member, and then everything just drops out the bottom.
Oh, we'll take it out the bottom. We actually want. Okay.
Yeah, we'll pick the car right up off of it, and this way everything's right there. We'll pick up, unbolt the transmission, pick up the engine, put it on an engine stand, and just, if we just need to do gaskets, we'll do all the gaskets right there.
I think that's a good thing to do, because I need to pull the motor out of my other car anyway. So might as well get experience. Yeah, a little practice.
Practice there, yeah.
2 Fox bodies, 2 motors coming out. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, yeah, I mean, everything looks pretty much complete in here for the most part, minus the valve covers and the AC hoses, which is...
Oh, we got to do an oil dipstick tube, right?
Yeah, you're missing an oil dipstick tube. It's not a normal speedometer cable. It connects, it's 2 cables that connect together, and normally there was a sensor that went there for the radar detector for the police cars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that definitely tells us this cable is old, so the chances are this cable's gonna be no good. Yeah. So that would be one that, you know, we just get a repop and throw that in there and make sure that it doesn't spin. Carpenter makes a really nice one, not the one you get from the parts store. Those
I tried those on my convertible, and none of them worked. Yeah.
Carpenter made one off of the Ford blueprint, so it works no problem, straightforward, and it's not that much more than the aftermarket one you get at the parts store that doesn't work for about 15 miles.
Yeah.
But we'll probably start by doing a compression test.
Yeah.
With it in the car.
Yeah.
And then that'll give us an idea if we can even use this, because if we get a cylinder that's dead or that's starting to go out, then we know right there that we're pulling it to rebuild it.
Yep.
So that would be the first mechanical thing we do, is the compression test.
Okay, that's what I was kind of thinking.
Yeah, I know you said it runs, but it doesn't run super well.
It does.
That is obviously,
it does not run well. That's an understatement.
And the main reason for that is that you don't have mass air.
Right.
There is so much stuff on this motor that is not original, that the speed density programming can't keep up with it, because it's not getting the signals that it's expecting to see.
Yeah.
So the mass air helps compensate for a lot of that. Let's go ahead and move to the interior, take a look at that. Want to hop in that side?
Yeah, that'll work. First of all, these seats are awesome.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know why you said this needs to come out of here. I mean, this is like...
rip it off. So first thing I notice is, hey, you don't have the gangsterling, so that's one thing we don't have to fix. No, but the interior here, it does look to be mostly complete.
Yeah.
You know,
I do know this is missing. I don't know where that is.
Yeah, that I don't
think I had it. Yeah.
But we can get you replacements for that. Yeah, there's going to be 2 different panels. There's one panel that goes here, and there's a fuse panel cover that pops on right here. So there's actually 2 different panels here that we're going to need to get. You have the ultra rare non-tilt.
I wanted to ask you about that. Yeah, because I thought all 89 and lower had the tilt.
That they did not all have the tilt.
Okay.
The majority had tilt.
Okay.
That would be something you know, perfect for a municipality that wants to cut costs. What do you need tilt for? So if it was an option, they went with that. Also, you'll notice the majority of 87 to 89s, which is what the steering wheel is, you're going to have cruise control button here and here. So this is also a very rare option, which was, I say rare option as far as a civilian car, but on SSPs, they're pretty common.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, you need a mirror.
What? Is that a problem?
Mildly. Well, look at that. You actually do not need sun visors. Definitely need rods.
They must have not used them, yeah.
Yeah, see that? That's not going to be fun when you're driving down the road. You hit the gas and it goes like that. That's no good.
Yeah, what about this one?
Let's see. That one looks good.
Yep.
All right, so that's a good start.
This is not stock, was it? They weren't white.
No, well, no, that's what you call some serious fade. So.
Oh, really?
I don't know how.
I wonder if they're new ones, because they...
I don't think so.
This one's broken.
Yeah,
actually.
My guess is...
right?
That's not broken.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
It's worn out.
Okay.
Yeah, this one... Yeah, so we would probably replace these anyway. We would dye these. A lot of the plastics, whenever they get old, they turn white and chalky.
Really?
Yes.
I would have not thought it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what a lot of plastic does when it starts to lose its oil from heat or UV exposure. It starts turning white and chalky. And then this one's not too that bad, but when they get really bad, you like take your fingernail and it just like creates like a plastic powder. It just comes off. Say you need a headliner.
Oh no, you just ruined my car, man.
So basically you want to stay the sand beige interior.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so interior, you basically want to go pretty much just stock clean. What we can do is we can get the reproduction material seat upholstery, which is going to run you about, I think they're running about $450, $500 for front and backs. And then we could just upholster them. But the thing is you lose, for people who care about it, you lose all the original patterns. You get just a basic, you would basically be this and tan, just one panel all the way up.
Okay.
So they look good, they do not look factory. So if you want to go that route, we would take it all out. We'd recover the headline board. I don't think there's any reason we should replace the board. So we'll just redo it. So instead of spending $300 on a headliner, we'll spend 50 bucks on material and redo it. Right? Carpet, I mean, pretty straightforward. We can try to clean this if you want.
It looks pretty bad though.
I would recommend for, I think the new carpets is 135 bucks. And you know, you're gonna, a pressure washer and cleaning material, you're gonna be 50, 60 bucks in a couple hours in labor. Yeah. So, you know, that one, it's cost effective to spend 135 bucks on a carpet.
A lot faster too.
Yeah, so.
We need to save some time on this.
Absolutely. Other than that, man, we'll take it all apart, we'll clean it up. You'll need a new dash pad. We'll need to find a replacement AC vent. You have to decide what you want to do as a radio. We'll get replacement pieces here. Other than that, the rest of it looks like the interior, other than these two pieces, is complete. Yeah. So
we're gonna need what is that? Just the emblem goes there?
Yeah, there's a horse emblem that goes there, just the tri-bar and running pony. Okay. So that's pretty, pretty straightforward. We'll clean up what we can. We'll probably throw this away and just get a replacement.
Yep.
All right, so that's.
Might want to go with the cup holder one.
Yeah, I mean, it's got great bones to work with.
Yep.
Yeah,
I looked underneath before. I'd be interested to see what you think, but yeah, I checked underneath. It didn't look like rust or anything, so you can get under it and see. But
okay, cool. Yeah, we'll tell you what. We'll go put it up on the rack.
Okay, let's get it on the lift. All right, so actually I'm gonna start the SSP to see if I can drive it in the shop and get it on the lift, or Matt can. So the car has not been started since, I don't know, 3 or 4 months maybe? So this has like the 5-key system, right? I know a lot about Fox bodies. And SSPs have 5 keys only, I think.
There you go, one for each speed. Hey, we got power.
All right, do we have enough to crank? Let's see. Nope.
Do not. All right.
Dead battery.
Let's see what happens. I think you need a starter.
He lives again. All right. Sound good back here. Is that a cam or a vacuum leak? Yes.
That's speed density.
Yeah. All right, I'll put the hood down. Helps to shut the door. Rolling under her own power. Yeah, we're gonna get it on the lift. I got it traverse 60 that time. Yeah.
Hey, it goes into reverse if you put it in there when it's still moving.
Oh, that's what you gotta do, okay. All right, you just test drove it. It's good to go, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Smells great.
Is that all that coming out of the tailpipe?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you need a new engine. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out. There's a lot of oil coming out of that.
You know, I'm used to needing engines on my car, so it's fine. What's up, Vicky? This is the Gearhead 704 mascot. Right here. As you can see, we did get the car up in the air, so we're gonna just take a look underneath, see what we see.
First thing we'll check is I always check the suspension first. Best way to check suspension is to give it a wobble. You're gonna check from bottom and tilt it, rock it in and out. You're always gonna have a little bit of wheel bearing play. That's what that sounds like.
I need tie rods in my convertible, but it's not moving like I do here.
This tie rod, these have been replaced. You actually have what looks like a brand new performance rack and pinion in here. This may be this isn't even an AGR. This is I have to be curious to see what kind of rack this is.
It does look new.
You have an aftermarket performance rack in here, so that's something you'll definitely want to hang on to. Yeah, so the suspension's fairly tight. If you feel that right there, that tire should not be that hard to turn, so you probably have brakes locking up on this side. Suspension seems fairly tight. Obviously, you see how this one spins?
Yeah, a lot better.
A lot better. This one, I've got to give that a bit of effort. This caliper's locking up.
Okay.
So
I do have new brake lines, by the way.
okay, yeah, we'll do those new brake lines. Yeah, because these are trashed.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you. We'll take a look at these right there. That's not good.
Yep.
No, that's just an outer that's just the outer casing, but once that starts going, the other stuff's not far behind. So we heard the starter. The starter was really rough sounding. That may be the starter. It may also be the teeth on the flex plate. Now I'm sorry, flywheel. Automatics have flex plates. 5-speeds have flywheels. Okay. So the chances are we'll probably have to put another flywheel on it. We did have some coolant. I kind of already wiped it up. You can see that's a little greenish right there, mixed in some oil. That's obviously not oil, that's coolant. So you've got a combination of an oil and a coolant leak. Now, since it's the coolant's on the outside, it's a possibility we may have a bad freeze plug. But we're going to be pulling this motor anyway, so replacing the freeze plugs is not going to be a big deal. Your clutch cable was tight. It's nice and tight. The way it was driving, I was concerned about the clutch being a little bit loose, or the cable being a little bit loose.
Because we had trouble getting the gear too.
It didn't want to go into any gear. That could still be the shifter, but being that this cable's tight, the chances are your transmission needs to be rebuilt. We can drop the plug to see if there's any gear oil in there at all and see what condition it's in. Your exhaust, I mean, there's no reason to really do anything with the exhaust. Your U-joints,
yeah, they're toast.
See that wobble in the joint itself? These are wasted. So we'll definitely do U-joints. The drive shaft, I don't see any dents on it or anything. I'm sure right now that's the car's in such a shape, even if we drove it, we would get vibrations from other things, so we couldn't tell
if the drive shaft's
out of whack or not. Yeah, it's gonna be a little out of whack because we had a mud arbor adding material here. So probably need to rebuild the rear end. No.
In case you guys don't know, I already did that.
All right. Somebody did hack up the brake line over here.
Yeah, who did that?
I don't know.
Look at that.
It looks like a hack job.
Some sort of hack job. Must have happened in a home garage. It never happened in this shop.
Something like that. So yeah, you got, okay, there's right here. If you come behind me over here, you can see them. See these green tags right here?
Yep. It's Ford original, right?
That's the Ford original spring. So if you want to,
see, they're really good. Yeah, I don't need to replace those because it's Ford stock.
They've only got about half of their life used on them. Was it 30 years, 20 years? We're gonna redo the e-brake cables. Need strut, springs, shocks.
Yeah. No, we did do the e-brake cables already, but we're not happy with these aftermarket ones.
Right, I'm not happy. Yeah, so I want to get something that's gonna work better. So we know the brakes are already good.
We got new brakes.
We'll do this brake line. We'll run a new brake line. We could do one of two things. We can either get a new brake line kit, but one thing. But
you had a way to patch it, right?
Yeah, we could. I was gonna say the other thing we can do is we can just section it, double flare it, put in a coupler. I do not use what do they call it? I think compression fittings. That is really bad to use on brakes. A lot of people do it. They're not rated for the pressure that brakes work at.
Is the double flare like when you do like a double fist muscle post?
If you get two people doing it right now,
then it's a double
on top of one another. That's what it would be.
Okay, we might. we'll have a whole separate video on that, guys.
There you go. No, we're gonna have to reseal the motor because we definitely have oil leaking everywhere.
There's a big dent here in the bottom, right? Supposed to be.
Yeah, it looks like that's not supposed to be. It looks like somebody tried to jack up the oil pan, or put a floor jack on the oil pan. So that's not good to do.
That wasn't me, just so you guys know.
So the aftermarket engine mounts, the ones you get at the auto parts store, they suck, and I'm going to show you why. Come over here. Look at the angle of this, I guess, transmission mount and the H-pipe hanger. If you go further back, you can see it's tilted to the right or to the passenger side. That should be more level. That's a result of really poorly designed aftermarket motor mounts. Yeah. So we're going to yank that out and put in some good motor mounts. You got to, you know, aluminum radiator. We probably won't worry about that. Well, we will have to get it mounted though. We'll have to, there should be little clips that mount right there that this hangs on, so it doesn't do that.
So it doesn't flap like that.
Yeah, that's oil right there coming out of the drain plug.
Yeah, which it just kept spinning.
And actually, it's not coming out of the drain plug. You need an oil pan.
Yes.
Somebody's ground that, and actually that right there, that's a hole in your oil pan.
Okay.
So we need an oil pan. So yeah, looks good. I think we're ready to do a compression test. It's a really great car. It doesn't appear to have been...
Like frame-wise, you mean, or...
Just the bones itself. You know, the interior is mostly there. That can be worked with. You do have a complete drivetrain. The body of the car is there. You got everything here to work with. It hasn't been chopped up or butchered.
Okay, so that is going to kind of wrap this video up. I am going to do the compression test on the motor and see, you know, hopefully it's good. I hope it is, but that'll be in another video. So now you got an idea of what we need to replace. There's a lot to do before the Chocolate Fox show, but I really want to be able to take the car there. I'm really excited to get it up there. Obviously, I know it's not going to be painted by then. I do have plans to paint it, but for now, if I can get the drivetrain and interior straightened out and get it there, man, that'd be awesome to drive it. I think it's gonna be like a 9-hour drive for me, baby, but I would have a lot of fun driving that car to the show. But anyway, that is gonna wrap us up for today. Really appreciate Matt helping look through the car, look it over, see what we need to do, and I enjoyed that. So if you did enjoy this video as well, please hit the like button. That helps me out a lot. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe, because I do upload 2 times a week, every Sunday and Wednesday, and we will see you next time on Gearhead 704.